Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous is an 8-part animated kids television series on Netflix that takes place in the Jurassic Park universe, or the JPU, is that a thing? The series follows a group of teenagers attending the first ever adventure camp in Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous, and this franchise being what it is, things go up shit creek real fast. I wasn't really sure what to expect going into the show. Admittedly, I was put off by the trailer and obviously not being a member of the target demographic. Look, I'll lay my cards out on the table here, I don't watch a lot of children's television myself, so I had a few assumptions about Camp Cretaceous. My guess was that it was going to be a child-friendly dinosaur romp with awkward kids humor and selfies and dabbing and shit. I don't know what the kids are into. I assumed I would never feel much of a threat, and at most it was just going to be some new content to watch in the world of my favourite film of all time. However, not long into the first episode, I already found myself enjoying it a lot more than I'd expected to. There were quite a few moments throughout the series that actually had me laughing out loud, which I definitely didn't expect. I could probably count on one hand the amount of times the show actually made me go ugh in terms of teens being tinny. And while the characters did start out a little basic and archetypal, by the end of the series there's a significant amount of character development, arguably more than the Jurassic World movies themselves. Likewise, as the series went on and the characters were given more depth, I found myself enjoying the voice performances a lot more. There were a couple of performances that felt like they were just given the brief to be like other well-known characters, but the more time spent with the characters, the more they distanced from that, and the episodes became a lot more enjoyable. And these kids go through some shit. They're in a lot of danger, and the show doesn't shy away from that. Most of the time, the kids react like kids would, which is refreshing to see. So many times in shows and films like this, the kids can just be quip machines and they never seem to feel any real fear or anger. But this feels different for the most part. There's also a lot of touching moments. Quite a lot about the characters and their backstories are a bit generic, but I suppose you can forgive that of a children's show where they're trying to run from being eaten by dinosaurs. But some moments of the show have a lot of heart, and you really do get the feeling that a lot of passion went into this show, especially with the visuals. The animation throughout is generally really nice, and there's some incredibly beautiful and atmospheric scenes. I don't think it's essential to have seen any other Jurassic films to watch this series or to show it to your kids or your dog, I don't know. But, and maybe this is a spoiler, this series takes place during the events of the first Jurassic World film. Having seen the films, it definitely adds to the experience of Camp Cretaceous. There's characters mentioned throughout and places they end up that, if you recognize them from the films, puts you one step ahead of the characters and definitely adds to the dread and tension. Speaking of dread and tension, there's a moment or two in the series that genuinely shocked me. Going into the show, I almost drew up a bingo card of stuff I knew they definitely wouldn't do, and come the last couple of episodes, they just do it. I mean, kind of, but it's still shocking. If you haven't checked out Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, I highly recommend it, whatever demographic you identify with, and especially if you're a fan of the Jurassic Park / World movies, or dinosaurs in general. It's a fun, action-packed, beautifully animated series with some genuinely solid comedy and thrills and dinosaurs. I give it 8 out of 10 bumpies for this one. Good job. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with future videos. Let me know in the comments what you thought about Camp Cretaceous, and let me know if you've got any other TV shows, films, or games you want me to check out. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.